Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Garden here in New York as we finally get to continue the Legend Showcase after, once again, my body defaulted me to a 2-hour nap. That's what happens when you get 2 hours of sleep the previous night. So, pro tip, don't do that. Unless you really need to, like me when I had to work on a project for university. Anywho, here we are. Our first preseason top 25 matchup in the showcase. We're talking about the 19th ranked Indiana Hoosiers and the 22nd ranked Villanova Wildcats. And this one is it means so much to both of these coaches, both of these programs, as they both have high expectations, higher than what they were last season by far. Hi everybody, I am your play-by-play commentator for this one, once again, Commissioner Daniel, and right by my side, it is once again my All-American point guard, LSW Commissioner Pike. Welcome back, my friend. Again, my apologies, I couldn't avoid it, man. You know, it's one of those things, I feel like we've all been there before, but most importantly, it's not like it's just going to hold us back from continuing these games. Let's just say maybe these two got another couple hours to be able to, like, I don't know, hold an open shoot around or something. I hope that's what they did at least.
Yeah.
But anyways, when it comes to these two teams, if I remember correctly, Villanova, they had some sort of expectations, but they were dealing with a fresh backcourt that they were both freshmen, and they were able to make the round of 32, but no further than that. And Indiana couldn't even really get jump started with their March Madness run last year, as they got knocked out in the Survival 16 round when they faced off against Kansas State. But both of these teams now have gone under some work. Indiana more so trying to bolster themselves as a better profile of a team when it comes to how they're able to play and how they're able to be effective when it comes to these March Madness type scenarios where the game really slows down, versus a team like Villanova, who is actually focused on a bit more of the youth movement to try and back up the current core. And it's quite interesting to see so far from my understanding. This is, how do I say it, the biggest difference in terms of the average age / experience between both teams. What more can you say about them?
Well, I mean, if you look at these two teams, especially how they are, I would say this real quick. It seems like with Indiana, they're definitely more of a down in the paint heavy when it comes to it, as Jimmy Gavin and Sina Ugo are definitely two of the best players on this Indiana team. But of course, Kyrie Holmgren on the other team, on the center position for Villanova, is definitely going to be a big factor there. Another big battle you want to see this is Clinton Bohannon versus Jordan Johnson. Both of those point guards absolutely are going to be the biggest factor around the perimeter, and I'm expecting to see a lot of it. But of course, you can't just ignore Jordan Johnson with this Villanova team, as you have to look out for Splash Frost too. Another guy who has he's been a really good development player for this team, as I'm expecting him to be a major factor in this team. One more guy you can talk about before this, Drake Dranovich, really good small forward player for this Indiana team. And of course, Coach Kale needs to try and build his team up. Of course, looking over here at the years here, and I'm noticing that Indiana has a really heavy on the graduate tier.
Well, they built themselves up on experience, and they do have a couple or a few young players, but for the most part, they're definitely leaning on the experience aspect of college basketball to carry them to greater pastures. And then, like you said, for Villanova, that young backcourt of Jordan Johnson, Splash Frost, they are now only entering their sophomore seasons, and then they add another uber talented freshman in Truth Teeter, who's a number 3 overall player in his recruiting class. So Villanova, like I said, they've been stacking up on youth and longevity. Meanwhile, Indiana's going for it right here, right now. But still, they're not ranked all that differently. Only a few spots.
Partner, I'll be right back.
Difference. Yeah, go ahead. I know what you got to do. So, I think with that said, I think we're about ready to finally get this thing going. And so, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's just make sure everybody's off the floor. Yeah? Yep. Refs? Thumbs up? Okay. All right. Here we go. Back in MSG, and again, it's a good-looking court. Nothing spectacular, but it absolutely does the job. Shout out to Adam Willie of the MML community. Benny Killian Jr., Clinton Bohannon in the backcourt for Indiana. Drake Dronovich, Jimmy Gavin, and Sana Ugo up front for Indiana. Villanova, Jordan Johnson, Splash Frost in the backcourt for them. Truth Teeter, Kyrie Holmgren, and Ben Ross lead the way for the Wildcats up front. And as I wait for my All-American point guard to return to the desk, we see that Gavin and Holmgren are about to get way, and they sure do, with Indiana winning the tip. And there have been so many changes. The ball handler right there for Indiana, Clinton Bohannon, grad transferred over from Kansas right away, coughing up the ball as Villanova jumps a passing lane rather quickly. No transfers, at least recently, that are starting for Villanova. Ben Ross is the only one who actually scored right there for him, opening up the game. He transferred in from Miami a couple of off seasons ago, so he wasn't a recent acquisition. The good jumper right there by Jimmy Gavin, he grad transferred over from Iowa State. And a very, how do I say it, transfer portal heavy team that is Indiana. Big dunk right there by Kyrie Holmgren, who has got major expectations in his own right for this upcoming season. There's only one true freshman on the court for Indiana, and that is Benny Killian Jr. Oh, look at that. Count that baby in a foul. Ben Ross. I got to think about this real quick, but man, Ben Ross, might have to ask if he's part of Ben and Jerry's, because that was a beautiful scoop and score. A good start right here for the Wildcats, who look to do quite a bit of damage in a very loaded Big East Conference. We all know about the teams that are there, and two of the teams that have been at the top of college basketball right there, but Splash Frost loses control, and he steps out of bounds. An unforced error right there by Nova that gives the Hoosiers the ball back. Here's Dronovich. Grad transferred over from Creighton. And Bohannon loads up a 2-ball, does not go down. Keep forgetting to shut off that dang music. My fault. Anyways, here's Truth Teeter. Won a Splash Frost right there, but just was not working. Working his way in as Sana Ugo draws a foul on Splash Frost. That was a mismatch, and he exploited it. He's getting free throws. And Sana Ugo is another graduate transfer. He came over from USC, the Trojans. Completely different looking Indiana team compared to last year, as he misses that free throw. Only one returning player from that roster. One. Everybody else here is a fresh face in terms of Hoosier basketball. And he misses both. Sana Ugo has never been elite from the free throw line, and he opens up his campaign with a couple of clanks. Couple of bricks. Frost, 3-ball connects. The expectation for this Villanova backcourt is with every passing season, the maturity and the quality of play goes up. And it's looking like it could be the case. What a vicious block right there as Benny Killian Jr. could not save that one from going out of bounds. Here's a quick look at the preseason national top 5 with Indiana there at 19th and Villanova sitting at number 22. Alrighty, 2.5 minutes in, and we can see how dangerous this Villanova team can really be. Frost will back out. It's like having a second point guard on the floor. Bounce pass, Johnson into Holmgren, and what a beautiful hook shot. He went traditional there, and it was the right move, as Indiana is going to have to call in a very early timeout here, as Villanova's already up by 10. Welcome back, partner.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Yep. I don't really know what to say except it seems like Indiana is still somewhat on the bus right now, if I'm going to be honest.
Yeesh.
So far, it's been a masterclass by Villanova. An and one play there, a 3 by Splash Frost, some good plays inside, like a traditional Kareem Abdul-Jabbar like hook shot from Kyrie Holmgren, and boom, you look at the score and it's 12-2. So that's interesting because it's coming from the team that.
Hold on, did I just see John Tavius Quintavious?
Yes. John Tavius Quintavious grad transfer to Indiana. Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep. They have that behemoth now. Killian Jr. Oh, good pass into Clinton Bohannon. Like I said, he grad transferred from Kansas.
Yeah, honestly, a really good pass there. Left the wide open lane there. I think that was off the screen. So a really good play there by Indiana, but Nova instantly answers.
They left a bit too much space for Kyrie Holmgren. He just let his momentum carry him to the rim right there for the easy 2. And that 2 ball is off from Ugo.
Yeah, that was bad. It was right off the back of the rim.
Splash Frost wanting to work. He dives in, a whole lot of contact, gets his own miss and puts it in. What a way to follow up.
Yeah, good fight out in the paint there just for the rebound and play, but again, it shows the aggression of this Villanova offense. And Coach Kahn, of course, since taking over the Villanova team, he's been wanting to play a bit of a aggressive style.
Oh, 3 ball right there from an unexpected customer right there. Jimmy Gavin, I've never really known him to hit 3, so okay, that is something to watch. 2 ball by Ross off the mark, and Holmgren tried to put it up, but is fouled by Gavin.
There was a lot of contact down there. Yeah, Holmgren had the rebound there, and he went up and basically almost faked out the move as he was trying to move the ball to the left, to the right, and put it back in the middle. But again, Jimmy Gavin made contact with the arm and forced the foul.
Yep.
Ooh, bad miss.
Yeah, a bit of a clunker right there on that attempt by Holmgren. And this is finally his senior year. It has felt like he has been in the college scene forever, and he really has. This is his 4th year as a starter at Villanova.
And it goes to show that he is born Wildcat and he has been Wildcat. So it is going to show that there is some talent that really wants to stay within the team. So really nice job by Coach Kahn and, of course, the former coach, which was, I believe, Creed.
Yep. Indeed, it used to be Creed. Oh, block. Ooh. Down low by Jordan Johnson. I mean, hey, look, if we're being honest, we expect 6'7" to do that at that position.
Yep, especially since defense does play a lot of contact. Basically, I would say that defense does play a lot of contact, but especially since this Villanova team is very coordinated right now with their moves and everything. Something I'm noticing with this Villanova team when they're down low inside the paint, partner, is their ability to move their arms while in the air, and it really just forces fouls like that. Many people would say, like, well, that's the basic thing you do in basketball. Well, the thing is, too, is when you're down in the paint, you become desperate to try and block the ball. So Villanova is playing that advantage and they're moving the ball left and right. It's well in the air, and it's forcing Indiana to basically get a lot of fouls because of the contact with the arms.
It's the little things that matter, especially when you're trying to execute on defense. Corner 3 by Indiana goes for Clinton Bohannon. They needed that.
Yeah, absolutely a much-needed 3 just to try to get this game back going. And that's a big turnover. They get it. No.
No, well, it could have been. And what?
Wait, it is.
What? No, what happened there? There was something else happened there. We're gonna pull up the replay
Partner, I think
here.
I think he may have stepped on the line. I think he.
Hold on. Let's see.
Oh.
Oh.
Wait,
maybe... Here's what happened. There you go.
Oh. Yep. Moving screen. Moving screen. That is an illegal screen.
Yep. Exactly what happened. All right. You know what? Fair enough. Indiana gets ball back because of another unforced error by Villanova. Which brings me to this point. In 5+ minutes of play, it has so far been all Villanova, but the only reason Indiana isn't down by more is because of those self-inflicted errors.
Which is a big thing, both physically and mentally when it comes to this game, of course. Mental errors like that, to where you're just forcing yourself into errors, and turnovers like that will eat you alive later on in the game.
Corner 3, Truth Teeter makes it rain.
Now, really good passing around, left at got a good angle in the corner there, and just dropped it for 3 points.
Pass inside, Bohannon had no chance there as soon as the defense closed in on him.
It was like a whole group of sharks on that man.
They smell blood in the water. As soon as that pass went inside, Gavin puts one up and it's off. And Killian Jr. somehow gets the rebound. And again, every single point that Indiana can get, they'll take. And at this point, it doesn't matter how.
And Villanova, those two players inside kind of overshot the ball, thinking it was going to be much shorter off of the rebound, but instead, Killian was the one who picked it up. Ooh.
Silky smooth jumper, Kyrie Holmgren. He's truly developed his game over these 4 years to become just about undeniable. Almost turned over again. Killian Jr. knocks down the tough look.
Yeah, that was 4 defensive players from Villanova on the inside of that paint. I mean, I've never seen a 4-man inside zone like that, but whatever works out for Villanova.
Another 3-ball for the 5-star freshman Truth Teeter. And now Indiana trying to match it there, way off.
Holy air ball.
Oh, he hit the back of rim, but still that was extremely off target. But finally, Villanova misses a shot right there. Ben Ross couldn't get that one to go down, and now Indiana with an unforced error.
That pass again. Stuff like that will really affect the game. And it kills momentum like that very quickly.
They're already having trouble to begin with to get momentum. No way. Oh, that was close. That was close for Truth Teeter. He's coming out the gate swinging in his first game as a college ball player. 3-ball. Killian Jr. knocks it down. So one freshman saw the other and said, hey, I can do it too. Feed inside, Ross gets the 2-ball to go.
One thing I'm noticing when it comes to these, well, mostly Villanova here, is they're basically just a pick up points and go kind of team here.
Bohannon at the top of the key. They find their way over to Ugo, who puts the post moves on and finally gets some points on the board for himself.
Yeah, great movement there, even though there was 2 players on the inside there. Nova tried to go back to that man-to-man coverage instead of playing zone. It did not work out as Indiana found a wide open lane to put 2 points on the board.
The Frost right there looked like he would have been able to finish that one, but no go. The Hoosiers on the move again. They're 8 for 16 from the floor, which is surprising, but I guess that is indicative of how many times they have coughed up the ball so far in this game as they come up empty on that possession. And a 3-ball by Frost is way off.
Villanova's trying to increase the score, but they just hit these big shots. But again, misses like that, you're just wasting a valuable time. Oh my goodness, that's a terrible miss.
Sina Ugo finds nothing but the side of the backboard after embracing contact and trying to finish. 3-ball right there, Ben Ross.
And Ross has been absolute on fire so far these last couple of possessions.
Villanova is 4 for 6 from the 3-point line so far. Indiana 3 for 4. And it looks like they're setting up for another look. Corner 3. This time it's 3 for 5. Good rebound though and a stuff by Ugo.
Good position there by Senior Ugo to get the rebound there. But honestly, a really good play from Indiana there. Just not able to hit the 3 points down, but they'll take 2 and run to the other side of the court.
They give it back over to Ben Ross, and man, it seems like he's got the hot hand. 14 points in this first half.
Yeah, hit 3 balls, fadeaway 2s. This man could do it all right now.
Ugo tries his own 3-ball, and it's off.
And he's getting kind of jealous of Ben Ross there, unfortunately.
Yeah, Ben Ross's performances seemed like it was getting to him mentally as Nova coughs it up. Or more so,
Indiana
gives it
almost
away.
turn over the ball there.
Yeah, I saw that too. I was about to say. It was very close. Bohannon.
Corner.
They're just trying to find a weak spot in this Nova defense that is playing a whole bunch of man. Bohannon 3-ball. Make it rain.
And that was not on the line there from Bohannon, but he still made the shot work.
A deeper look, but he still got it to go down, and 1 for Holmgren.
Tyler Holmgren is not a really heavyweight type of guy down low. So he's playing really aggressive down in the paint. So really well done there from Holmgren.
Already 11 points paired up with 6 boards and a steal to add on to it so far today, and a made free throw. He's going to go get a rest as the former Atlantic 10 freshman of the year, Duncan Ray, is now in the game. And there were a bunch of other substitutions made. Yeah, go ahead.
Duncan Ray is 6'11". Just an FYI.
So below 7 foot, but still big body. And that is Adam Raines right there that attempted that jump shot. He transferred over. I don't remember where, honestly. Not going to lie. Oh, another 3-ball by Bohannon.
And Clinton Bohannon is trying to become the hero of the story here for Indiana this first half.
I believe this is now 10 made threes combined by both teams. Big dunk right there by Ray. And Bohannon, what are you doing, buddy?
Well, he did hit back-to-back great shots there, and may have his adrenaline may have gotten to him.
Or something. I don't know what it could have possibly been.
Oh, no. That was a great play. Great man-to-man coverage.
Indeed it was. This ball is bouncing around all over the place because of these errant passes.
They're running into each other. They got to calm down here.
They definitely should. And I believe right there that is, I think that's Bobby Mason that's on the ball. Here's Raines. Mason, hook shot off the glass and in. Just paying attention to who else is on the floor. I believe. Oh, wait, excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. Yep, so that's Adam Raines. We know Duncan Ray's in the game. I believe this is either... Oh, yeah, so that's Katron Robinson. That is another true freshman for Villanova that has recently joined them. Seems like majority of the starters are back out, though. And Drake Dronovich, like I said, he grad transferred from Creighton. over to this Hoosier squad.
I don't have his jersey number on my sheet here. It's fine though.
That's fine. I'll make sure you get acclimated to these guys. But I'm sure you don't need an official jersey number for number 54 in red.
Oh, yeah.
The infamous Jontavius Quintavious V. What a name.
Wild league on this team.
Oh, and if you take a look at who number 5 is in red, that is none other than Ethan Veers, who transferred from Villanova to Indiana.
Oh, that's an interesting story in this game then.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. He's facing his former squad. Grad transferred over to Indiana. He didn't get the starting spot, but he's still playing a crucial role compared to at Villanova. I thought that jumper was going to go down, but no dice.
There's not much heat under Indiana right now. I think they cooled off a little bit here, especially from these long possessions.
Another 3-ball attempted. That was a Holmgren 3-ball. Not too far off the mark, but it seems like both teams have stagnated just a little bit. Villanova still up front by 12. In the corner, 3-ball does not go down, and that looks like Benny Killian Jr. that took it, if I'm not mistaken. This is the one disadvantage of the new camera angles. They're a bit further away from the court, so. But it's all right. Ben Ross. Okay, so make it 16 for him in this half. That's crazy.
16 points in nearly 16 minutes is insane.
He's going off. Quintavious V, feed inside. And that right there, number 23. I'm going to try and find who that was
Killian.
real quick. 23's Killian? Yeah, it was. Yeah. Out of all the jersey numbers, there he is. Oh, good jumper right there. That was Mr. Mason.
I swear, every time I see a Killian on the court, they're always number 23.
That's his favorite number, I guess. Ugo, it's a deep 2-ball. Got it. Minute and a half. Yeah, minute and a half.
Let's say this real quick. Sinu Ugo, 6 points, 3 for 7.
Could definitely improve those numbers, and the Hoosiers are definitely hoping he does that. Holmgren with a fadeaway 2-ball. My goodness, he makes it look effortless.
And these guys, Ben Ross, Kyrie Holmgren, they are a dominant duo down low. And you would think Jimmy Gavin and Sinu Ugo would be the two dominant, but no, it is the combination of Ross and Holmgren.
That duo is working out very well so far in the early stages of this game. Frost! Take flight!
Just like his name, splash it!
That wasn't even a splash. He threw that puppy down. 30 seconds left in the half. The 2-ball goes for Ugo. Villanova has more than enough time to get one more score in before the break. Teeter feeds to Mason, or at least try to, and it's knocked away. So now Indiana can close this thing down. 3-ball unleashed and hit by Killian Jr.
Needed. Oh!
that looked like it could have hit, but it was just a bit short. But after everything that has happened, Indiana is only down by single digits, but Villanova has certainly impressed with their offensive capabilities, scoring almost 50 in this half. What has caught your eye so far throughout everything that has happened?
Well, I mean, Kyrie Holmgren, Ben Ross, they've been dominating Gavin and Ugo so far in this first half. They have been absolutely stellar. And if you see this, partner, look at this. Ugo, 10 points and 4 rebounds already. But Holmgren, that's Ugo, only 10 points for Indiana. That shows that this duo that's down low has been really dominant. They got to keep on going. And again, Killian Jr., the young freshman, is he's playing the best he can at the moment. So he needs to keep on going, get that experience up.
in due time for sure. Villanova opening up with a corner three. Could not go down for Jordan Johnson, though. I'd say that's the one guy who we haven't seen much offensively from just yet. Oh, beautiful spin move, and Ugo draws some heavy contact on Ben Ross.
That's probably something that Indiana needs to do now, especially in the second half, is to try and force fouls on these guys of Ross and Holmgren. It forces them to try to play a little bit more softer down low in the paint. But I mean, that's another thing too. Villanova, like in the first half, or the first part of the first half, they were dominant down in the paint because of how much they were being aggressive down low and the way they were moving the ball, especially towards the rim, and it forced so many fouls for Indiana.
A good free throws right there by Ugo, finally getting himself right at the charity stripe. And here's Indiana just trying to throw Villanova off a little bit with this pressure up the court. No doing, though. Frost doubled up, passes it out. And just seeing all of this unfold is very interesting to see just how they work together. Bit of a new dynamic still with Drew Teeter being inserted into the lineup, and also for Ben Ross to be the new starter. And he's flourished so far.
He absolutely has. He has been nothing short of a superstar in this game so far.
Oh, what an incredible bounce pass into the paint. That's some wizardry right there to get it down there.
Yeah, and they come up with 2 points off of that possession. Honestly, I'm astonished.
Whoa! That is unreal. Ben Ross hit a three, and he was basically blanketed. You couldn't have contested that any better. That's unreal. Missed 2 ball by Killian Jr.
Ben Ross is not even the best guy on his team, and yet he is showing that he is the most valuable on this team.
Holmgren gets that hook shot to bounce in for him. Indiana was down 7. And all of a sudden, with Nova's quick attacks right here, is back up to a double-digit lead. Just look further on. Bohannon. I guess just keep letting it fly.
Now, Clinton Bohannon has been the guy to go to with these 3-point shots.
A beautiful bounce pass in for Teeter, but he couldn't get that one to go down. Now here's Janovic in the Hoosiers. Over to Ugo, who wants to work his way into the paint. He does draw some contact, and he's going back to the line. That is on Ross.
Now Holmgren, I think, no, that's Ross' second.
Still in a safe zone, if that is the case. But as Ugo is taking these free throws, what do you see? How do you see both of these teams doing this season, in terms of conference play, or what you see from them in March?
Right now, I feel like Villanova is going to be again one of the top contenders of the Big East, of course, because that conference is just heavy by itself, and there's like a giant blanket over how many good teams there is. But Villanova, I feel like, is not going to be as performing as well as some of these other teams, like, of course, Marquette or Creighton, or even, I would say, Xavier, the reigning national champ. But I still feel like they're going to be a very competitive team in the conference. I feel like they're going to get into the tournament, and I see quite possibly like a Sweet 16 spot for the Villanova team. They've always shown that they can be kind of competitive, but they've been underwhelming coming to the couple of years now. But I see this Villanova team at the top. Basically, I see their ceiling being Sweet 16.
That's definitely a fair assessment. Oh, big dunk right there down low. Unfortunately, I didn't see who it was because I just got myself some wings, so we eating good out here.
Going back to the other side for Indiana. From what I see from Indiana, their team looks really good. I will say that real quick. Their lowest, I would say the least experienced guy, of course, is Benny Killian on this team. But Killian can definitely get some more experience as the season goes on, especially since he's playing in a tough conference like the Big Ten. which has always been a very competitive conference by itself with Michigan, Purdue, and Indiana, of course. And there's other ones like Ohio State that could be involved. And of course, there's some other teams as well, like Illinois and Northwestern, that can also, spice it up a little bit there. But at the same time, this Indiana team, I see them maybe finishing 4th in the conference, or maybe even top 3. I think Indiana, their ceiling, I think, is top 2 in the conference, and I think they're semifinals, or they make the conference championship but fall short. I still feel like Michigan is going to be the team to beat in the Big Ten, but Indiana does definitely seem like a team that can go far in the tournament. So ceiling, I have Indiana in the Elite 8. Floor, I see them round of 32.
Okay, I can definitely understand those evaluations, and I see a bit of the same between both teams. So I'll have my take on them a little later on, but I see there are some concerned souls out there that are wondering when certain games are now going to happen. Things have been pushed back a little bit just due to the unfortunate occurrences of my body wanting more sleep than I was hoping to get. So just based on everything, Indiana forces Nova to cough up the ball, and wow, what a finish by Bohannon. Let's see. Based on everything here, Georgetown, North Carolina is probably going to start like 7:45-ish, 7:50-ish, which means we're looking at a Kansas, Maryland start time of like 9:20-ish p.m. Eastern time, something like that, and just apply the same thing to the rest of games. Unfortunately, but we do our best here. But anyways, I look down just to check the schedule, and I look back up, and Indiana's only down by 6.
Yeah, they've been slowly climbing, partner.
And mainly they've been doing it by getting themselves to the free throw line. Now down to a 5-point deficit now. Once again, those Hoosiers applying those traps at center court. And Holmgren, that's uncharacteristic of him.
Yeah, that is very uncharacteristic. You would think he would clean up his act there from off the glass, but instead it's not. Oh, what a rejection!
Goodness gracious! Oh
that
my!
Man just did. Get that out of here!
We sent that junk back to Bloomington, and a good jumper by Splash Frost.
Buddy, you just got sent down in the subway at 3 a.m.
Huh. Well, that's highly unfortunate. Ugo. The good 2-ball right there. Man, these wings are so good. Ross misses a jumper there.
If you need me to take over, partner.
No, you're good. You're good. It's a slow grind,
Yeah.
Not like these two offenses. They're just firing off shots every like 5 to 10 seconds. So.
Oh, big miss.
Although granted, I like that play style too. Just that's not how I enjoy my wings, So I can't relate.
Double coverage. Yeah, they're playing double coverage here.
And Frost can't finish the play right there. Yeah.
Still 5-point game.
All right. And a good bounce pass into Juranovic, and it's a 1-score game.
Yeah, 11-2 run for Indiana. Villanova maybe a bit careful here, or Cotton will have to force to take a timeout. That's a massive turnover, and here come the Hoosiers.
Seems like we're all in agreement here, but Gavin misses the shot. Yeah, they couldn't corral it.
Out of bounds on Holmgren.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they couldn't corral that thing. That was kind of surprising. Not kind of. That
Or
was
I
surprising.
honestly think right now that there's frustration building towards this Villanova team.
Without a doubt. They started off so well, and Indiana has just found their way back into this game. I understand the frustration.
The question is, can they force a turnover? Or just something to stop Indiana from building this run even more?
An ill-advised shot by
did.
Drake Dronovich is going to do that.
A great stop.
Frost now
I gotta
back
look-
on the ball. He's got Truth Teeter at the top of the key. Jordan Johnson, 3-ball. No. And
Wow.
that, honestly, I can attribute Indiana's climb back into this game to Jordan Johnson just not having been able to show up offensively. That is the one guy that I've been disappointed by so far.
You know who we haven't seen here in the second half, partner? Truth Teeter as well.
He had an electric start to the game, but has been kind of boxed up since, and Indiana's only down by 1.
It's a 13-2 run for the Hoosiers.
Nova's got to answer. Instead, they turn it over.
That was a massive man-to-man block.
Bohan is sitting in the corner. Dumps it down for Dronovich, and Indiana leads for the first time tonight.
15-2 run. And I'm surprised Cotton hasn't taken timeout.
I'm surprised, too. Duncan Ray gets that one to go down, though.
15-4 run for the Hoosiers.
Dronovich in the corner. What a pass to Ugo. Or, sorry,
Hey.
not even Ugo. That's Quintavious.
You see the way he dunked that? Behind his head.
I don't think it was behind his head. That was more of like he was able to maneuver his way over to the other side of the rim and knock that one down. And a missed shot right there by Frost.
That was a brick. That wasn't even a miss. That was just a massive brick.
The young Wildcats are flustered. 3-ball Dronovich. Oh, it's way off.
Ooh. A bit of an ambitious shot there. Yes, I know Indiana's on fire at the moment. But don't let the fire die out so quickly.
Teeter over to Frost. Johnson inside to Katron Robinson, who maneuvers his way and gets the 2 to go down. So now all of a sudden they're trading the lead.
6 lead changes so far in this game. We still got 6 minutes left in this game, and Indiana's only down by 1.
Being inside, Ugo cannot get that one to go down.
And Villanova's changed it back to a man-to-man coverage, and they've been starting to lock down Indiana these last 2 possessions. Con has finally found where this defense needs to be.
And Robinson will get that one to bounce in for him, and 1.
Massive and 1. Stopping the Indiana run.
Another true freshman making a big play here for Villanova. And he will convert at the line as well. He did his job, and now Ben Ross is back in the game. And now Indiana trying to act quickly, and they sure do by getting the whistle. Bobby Mason. Or is that Bobby Mason? I'm pretty sure that is. Guess we'll see in a sec. That's either him or Strausser. No, I'm pretty sure that's Bobby Mason. But either way, Benny Killian Jr. at the free throw line, and he's wearing number 22, not number 23. Oh, is that the case? Yeah. Yeah, that's the case. Actually, the guy, what's his face? Ebord Thon, the other true freshman on Indiana, is wearing number 23. Just a little update for you. Oh, strip and steal. There's Thon. The three-pointer is off, though. No, quick feed over to Ross, and 1. Ben Ross.
And now they have found the rhythm.
25 points for the Ross man. And it'll stay at 25 due to that horrific miss at the free throw line. In the corner for Veers. Oh, big pass into Contavious, and that's just routine for him. All 7'6" of him. Villanova knows him well from his time at St. John's. Oh, what a dunk by Adam Raines! Goodness! Indiana quickly back on offense, and they respond through Jimmy Gavin. Gosh. These teams are turning up. A hook shot by Holmgren does not go in. Man. 2 ball goes down for Contavious. And we're tied again. And a good pass inside, and another and one opportunity, this time for Holmgren.
Yeah, Villanova's getting these opportunities here to just put down and ones. And absolutely is playing the biggest factor here compared to the first half. Partner, we didn't see much of this action. I mean, we saw foul play from Ross and Holmgren in the first half, but not as bad as this now.
They're forcing the issue now on Indiana. And the Hoosiers have not been able to stop it yet. Gavin is off the mark. And here's Adam Raines. And I want to think that's Mason, but I'm starting to think that's Strausser. I could be wrong, though. Oh, big 3 ball. Does not go in. Oh, what a putback by Holmgren.
And now they're starting to, Holmgren's finally looking like his first half self with these great rebounds. Oh, he's a wide open lane in the middle. Oh.
Well, it's closed off pretty quick. Good screen. Killian bowls over a guy, no call. And a good finish right there by Ugo.
Actually, the party he flopped there trying to get the foul off, so it didn't look like he made too much contact to force it.
Maybe. Maybe the case, because the refs didn't think much of it. Ross facing up Ugo. Gives it off to Raines. Good pass over to now that's Bobby Mason. And a good finish right there by the backup point guard.
Still a 5-point game with 3 minutes left, but you got to start to wonder, partner, what does Indiana got to do?
Ugo. Over to Juranovic. And
oh, my.
Man.
Why? I mean, at that point, why are you taking the shot right there?
I'm wondering the same thing.
Yeah, just go out to the 3-point line, play the corner. If there's somebody open to your left, you throw it to him.
Definitely not a great decision by any means. And it basically works out as a turnover. And look at this, and one!
And another and one!
Holmgren! My.
Unbelievable.
They've been forcing the issue at the rim. Indiana has had no answers for it. But back to work they go. Gavin draws a foul himself, and he's going to get a pair of free throws.
That's on Holmgren.
I don't know how many fouls he has, though. I don't quite remember. But it's clearly, I don't think he's in any danger yet of being fouled out. Good first free throw by Gavin.
These are crucial free throws here, especially the fact there's 2:42 remaining. Indiana's down by 6. But the problem is, partner, they got to play perfect defense and not force another and one. Because you know what Nova's going to do. They're going to try and feed to Holmgren and force an and one opportunity.
I agree. It seems like that's the move for the squad right now. And oh, look at that. Ah, it didn't materialize though.
Yeah, but it was close. They knew exactly. They basically just took what I said and tried to apply it.
They love what they can do with Holmgren on the floor, so they're trying to utilize them. Meanwhile, Indiana's just trying to find the best available shot. Hillian at the logo, over to Ugo, who's just going to find his way into the paint. Through the contact, does not go, though. And we're under 2 minutes.
Shots around the perimeter.
Oh, what a pass into Teeter.
Finally, Teeter's getting some work in here in the second half. A crucial time, too.
Pass over to Killian Jr. misses that one. Minute and a half left in this game. 3 ball. Got it.
Dagger.
Timeout,
That
Hoosiers.
was a dagger.
You know what? That 3 ball was so beautiful. I'm gonna have a piece of this this wing in your honor, Splash Frost. Or was that Splash Frost? I think that was Jordan Johnson. Ma'am. For this being the first top 25 matchup of the showcase, as I look, we have... Oh, I'm tripping. This is the second one. The first one was our opener, Oregon versus Louisville. I've been tripping. So, now this game. That game. So, in total, we have 5 games in the showcase that involved 2 top 25 teams facing each other. So this is the second one. Oh, deep 3 by Bohannon, doesn't get it. They needed to hit that one. I think now Villanova, any sort of score here, puts this game to rest. No way, not like this. Oh, my gosh. You got to be kidding me. Ben Ross with the unreal 3 to ice the game, basically. Holy crap. And Jimmy Gavin is done. Look at this. That's an unbelievable shot.
They wanted to end this game. And they got it.
That shot was outrageous. And yeah, there's Bobby Mason. So I was mistaking him with the Strausser early on. My apologies. Mason will hit the first free throw. And now this is looking more like a comfortable Villanova win here. Even though, in all reality, not really. Corner 3, way off. Aaron Smart tried to make something happen for his team, but absolutely nothing there. Yeah, Indiana isn't even fouling. They waved off the dogs. So, I guess before the final whistle goes for the game, what are your overall thoughts on both teams now that we have seen them go a full 32 minutes?
Indiana's got to do some development throughout the season. Just trying to develop Benny Killian as much as you can, but overall this team needs some, I would say for Indiana, they just got to get some better, maybe a bit of better play calling on where they shoot and who to pass to and all that, but also try and work on their entire chemistry of the team. Villanova looks like they're going to be dominant, but I feel like there is some issues. Like you should not be relying on just Kyler Holmgren and Ben Ross. Jordan Johnson needs a little bit of more playing time and definitely needs to be better when it comes to shooting wise, especially with Splash Frost as your teammate. But that is just what that's what I believe between these two teams.
Well, either way, both teams have something to work on for the season.
Ooh.
But at the very least, the Villanova Wildcats will go back to their state of Pennsylvania with the dub in hand. Kyrie Holmgren with a cool double-double. My goodness.
Yeah, absolutely insane double-double.
Ben Ross also had one hell of a game. Player of the game could have gone to either one of those two.
I feel like the best player out of you know what? Easily for Indiana, the best player has got to be Clinton Bohannon.
And based on statistics, we'll see that to be the case, and we'll check those out once the broadcast does indeed end. But folks, thank you very much for tuning in for this pretty good game, despite the finish and despite the margin of the score. But both teams are good. Villanova is showing that youthful energy is gonna do them more good than bad this season. So it'll be exciting to see them in yet another stacked edition of the Big East Conference. And for Indiana, yeah, fix things up defensively and figure out your point of attack a bit better, so that you can achieve a top 5 or top 4 finish in the Big Ten. With that said, when we do return in about 20-ish minutes, the next game that we have is going to be Georgetown versus North Carolina. And surprise, surprise, it's actually a big surprise, North Carolina is not ranked in the preseason. We'll find out more about how and why soon. But with that said, folks, please, hopefully, don't go anywhere, or at least don't go far. Thank you for watching. We will be back.